Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is the completed transit tour. I know I've been slacking on the build videos a bit, and those may or may not get uploaded. The client for this is actually my aunt. So the last van I did was my uncle, this one's for my aunt. So that's the way this has been going, but we'll start at the front here with kind of the most exciting stuff that I came up with for this and move towards the back. So starting here, this is just a little cabinet, kind of a toiletry cabinet, toilet paper, whatever else in there. One of the kind of tricky things in this van is a hidden bathroom. So these doors are accordion doors, and countertop lifts up, locks right into place with that latch, locks right into place with that latch. Have a small max fan with a light on the roof, single speed exhaust only fan. Then you have a full bathroom here. So this is a shower, have a teak wood liner there. It's kind of a semi-wet bath setup. Has the mixing valve and remote handheld shower. And then you also have your toilet, which is on drawer slides and just locks into place. So you can either use it with the curtain or run the curtain around, but just pop a squat here. You can have privacy if you want it or not. Close this door if you want. So that was kind of a tricky little bit. That's the Laveo dry flush toilet. So it just has bags, so no smell or anything like that. It locks into place going in. Run the curtain back around. You have your max fan, shower, all that. I wanted to maximize space because we're using a happy jack in this build. So an electric bed lift, and that takes up about half the van. So I wanted to have more usable kitchen space while maintaining a full bathroom. Folds up really easy, just stores in there. Cabinets close and have a nice latch. And then moving on, my aunt wanted a full oven. So this has a 3-burner propane cooktop and oven from Greystone. You can fit about a 13 by 17 pan in there, all propane. Lights up, has an oven light in there. Cooktop flips back. Have this ACM backsplash, so that's an aluminum skinned plastic panel, so it should be durable. Little storage cubbies here, it could be used as a spice rack or whatever you wanted. Just regular storage. One of the main things I wanted to have in here with this propane oven and stove combo is a complete vent hood. So fan and LED light there. Got the LED light over here for your counter space and your shower. Your standard max fan up in the roof. That's the, I believe, 5000K model. It's the automatic one with the remote, 10 settings, all of that. Have an upper cabinet here, just all open storage. Fair game. That is lit. So it has lights in the box as well as underneath for your sink. And it actually creeps up above as well, and it's kind of an upper overhead light as well for nighttime. Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner, super low profile on the roof. I'll throw some pictures in. Really nice unit. Got it from Pneumatic Cooling. Otherwise, we got our European black walnut countertops, full-size stove, full-size sink. So I wanted to have plenty of sink space. I wanted to be able to actually wash dishes in this van. My aunt will be living out of this van full time. So wanted to have space to actually do something, not just this tiny little bar sink. So full sink here, water pump switch on the control panel. Hasn't been pressurized in a little bit. There it is. Have the various spray, pull down nozzle. And this has a bunch of different accessories. So you have this kind of wash bin for fruits, vegetables, whatever else. Then cutting board that slots in there. Drying rack rolls up on these little silicone rubber things. And a grate in the bottom so you can dry dishes down there too. So that sink has everything you could want in a sink. It's Sarlai, straight off Amazon. I'll put links to everything that I used in this van, or at least the major products. If you have any requests for stuff or where it came from, just put it in the comments and I will try and answer whatever I can. That just slots right back in. Then underneath, large storage cabinet. This is another accordion hinge door. I wanted them to hinge like that so you could access it from one side, since it's a galley style kitchen and a little bit narrow. So that helps with access. Then this is all the cabinets are made from 3/4 inch ply, hardwood ply, and this is actually all one piece. This was all curved, slot cut and curved. Same with the other side, it's all one piece, all grain matched cabinets. Then you have a Dometic fridge. It's a, I believe, 55 liter, maybe 65 liter. Not the biggest fridge, but a little bit of a compromise having the full-size oven, full-size sink. Had to decrease the size of the fridge a little bit. Have a really good drawer down here, full pull-out drawer. Has a bunch of space. I would use that for clothes. I'm not sure what she's going to use it for. Under the oven, another storage cabinet. That's all storage there. Then up on the control panel, we have everything that you need to control. So 3D printed badges. So we have an electric drain valve for the gray tank on here. So you just hold that for 4 seconds. It'll open the valve or close it and just hold there. It won't use power beyond that. It just locks. So that's super useful. You can just leave it open if you're just draining water through. Otherwise, we have light switches. So upper lights up on the ceiling. Those are dimmable down to almost nothing. And then they have memory as well, so they go back to where they were. Bring them all the way up. Like I said, you have cabinet lights there for the sink. And then I also did trim lights. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but it's on the floor and it lights up all around the cabinets. And that gives you a nice glow at night, kind of a night light. Otherwise, water pump switch, inverter switch. Inverter switch will power all your 110 outlets. There's one here and one on the bench seat down there. S-bar gas heater. I believe it's the M4BL. I might be in the wrong order on that, but I'll put it in the description. Then Victron Energy battery monitor, USB-C, USB there, and also the Happy Jack bed control. So up, down on the bed. I'll show you that in a minute. Otherwise, moving back, this is kind of the hangout dinner table mode. You have this table here that can move up and down. So I used the electric Happy Jack bed. So kind of in that mode, I wanted to have an electric table. So it has a switch down here, runs on a linear actuator and a linkage. And your table height is adjustable within that 16-inch range. Okay, I just wanted to show the table mechanism working. Okay. Switches up there, got drawer slides in the back, linear actuator there. You can stop there. And linear actuator moves about 4 inches and this moves 16. Pivots that arm. And the arm also is on a CNC glide because it has to be able to slide. Fairly smooth. and cinches down nicely. It also can go all the way down, sits on the benches here, and you can flop one of your back cushions. I'll show this in a minute too. Flop one of your back cushions down and raise these up and have a secondary bed, so you can have a bunk bed set up. So we had a little bit of a footage mix up, so it's another day and we have moved into the van. So here is the bed and table setup, version 2 on video. So this is the table in regular table, dinner table mode. Slide into the bench, sit down. The table height is adjustable, so you can go up and down. Wherever you feel like. And use it in this mode. This would be the second position, so you could have a couple people, up to 4 people probably sit at the table, and you could have a person here sitting across and kind of lounging with these up here. The next setup is the lower bed mode. Flip your lower cushions up, drop your table down, locks into place. Then pillows take up the gap between the table and the other cushion. That can also be a large lounge mode. Have up to 4 people lounging. Then from there, next bed setup is bunk beds. So you'll notice the light switch as soon as you hit this down. Goes from this ceiling lights to the actual ceiling lights. And this can stop anywhere along the way and support 400 pounds. 600 pounds, it stopped. 400 pounds if it's moving. The frame and mattress and everything is probably close to 100 pounds. Then this is your bunk bed setup. Have a little step stool to get up there. And you could sleep probably 4 adults. If you wanted, fairly comfortably. The upper bed is a full size Nest by Tufted Needle mattress. And then the lower is 4-inch thick, ultra high density foam, 70 pound per foot. And that is full length and probably about king width. Then the final bed mode is just solo, single bed down low. Bring that down all the way, which gets the bed down to about 2.5 feet off the floor. So it's a little bit of a hop if you're shorter. If you're my height at about 6'2", it's pretty much right at about knee height. Pretty easy to get onto. But I have this little stool that stores down here. Can hop up there, no problem. One of the other little features up here is the reading lights. 5 light modes, red mode. They also have USBs on the back side. And then these other little cubbies up here. 2 on either side and one of the bigger ones back there. You can fit books, journals, or else one up there. You can toss your phone up there and charge off of the light. And then this is the lighting setup for back here. So it's a slider door contact switch off a minivan. So that makes contact when this comes up and powers the lights on the bottom of the Happy Jack. And this limit switch will click off the upper lights when the bed comes up. Used vinyl plank flooring. It's the really thick, like over a 1/4 inch thick stuff, fully waterproof, in-house installation, lifetime warranty. This stuff works really well. It's the same stuff I used in the Sienna build. If you haven't seen that build, I'll have a link in the description to that as well, or just check out my channel. Be sure to subscribe and like as well. Otherwise, have the Happy Jack bed with the matched ceiling. So that flows straight through. These lights are in the same spot. Otherwise, back here is AMA windows. They are 13 by 38, I believe, the half sliders. So these slide right open. And then you have a screen, and also you can slide the screen open if you want it fully open. Those are nice. Little magnet closure there. And then AM auto half slider for the sliding door as well. Same deal. Opens right up. Screen. Easy. These are nice windows. They're all glue in, so you do have to cut out the area you want and then glue them in with a windshield adhesive. We have a curtain up front. This is a blackout curtain. Slides across here. You know, blackout-ish. But some good extra privacy. Keep the heat and AC in the front. If you're driving a little bit, might add some magnets to that. Otherwise, dual seat swivels. The driver's side is a little less useful than the passenger side, but you can still get most of the way around and use it. They are a nice hangout spot. Kind of just sit here, read, do whatever you want. Another lounge area. And then there's also upper driver's shelf up here. A little bit hard to see, but there's about 9 or 10 inches space there. It is on a slant, so it will hold whatever is up there. You don't have to have a door or anything like that. This is mostly going to be for window covers. I got window covers from Van Made Gear. They seem really nice. Seems like a quality product. Did take a little while to get, but so does everything right now. And then you still have the use of your factory transit cubbies up here. Have the toilet charger, water filter, pre-filter, regulator, all that stuff. The transit is really nice because it has cubbies everywhere. So we just have, as you can tell, we just have stuff everywhere in this thing right now. The upper driver shelf also has the same vinyl, waterproof marine vinyl that's on the walls, lining it there so no rattles there. Pretty much everything in this van has been fabricated or built by me other than the products you see. So the Happy Jack install was not a breeze, like I said, required welding. People have done wood frames, but it's a lot bulkier. So I ended up doing a steel frame to hold the Happy Jack and keep it in place. All the cabinetry is, for the most part, 1-inch square stock aluminum, 1/8 wall, all welded, and then faced with the 3/4 ply. The only exception to that is the bed benches back there are steel, and they are thinner than 1/8 wall, but it's much stronger. And the top is a 2x1. So again, much stronger than aluminum, less flexy. So you end up with actually a lighter frame than you would if you went aluminum. And it's gonna be stronger and more rigid. Upper driver shelf, same deal. Aluminum flat plate with aluminum square tube. I have a tubing bender now, so everything that needed to be bent was bent on that. So these the inner curve for that was all bent. And everything fits nicely. There's a 30-gallon freshwater tank in this bench, isotemp, basic isotherm there, water heater, 3-stage water filter. My aunt was very concerned about water purity and taste and everything like that, so the filter is great for that. You got to replace them every 6 months, but not too big of a deal. Then a Pentair water pump, pre-filter, drain valves, all your standard plumbing stuff. That takes up that whole bin. And then underneath is a 25-gallon gray water tank. Oh, also of note is the hot water heater holds 6 or 7 gallons of water as well. And then you probably have another gallon between the lines and the filters. So total freshwater storage is about 35 to 40 gallons. Propane tank is massive. She probably won't have to fill it for a year, at least, if she cooks nonstop. I think it's about a 25-gallon propane tank that's mounted underneath the rear, right in front of the spare. It's really close to the axle, so no issues with that. Having a departure angle, the departure angle is better than the van itself. Then underneath is a 25-gallon gray tank with a electric valve. Like I said earlier, it also has a heating pad, and all of the lines, drain line from the sink and from the shower, are insulated and shouldn't freeze. So this should be a 4-season van. Everything should be equipped so that it won't freeze. The water lines are all run inside otherwise, and you have your gasoline heater. So otherwise, in the cockpit, we also have Boss audio system, stereo with the kit. I got that from Crutchfield. That stereo turned out really nice, much better than the AM/FM radio that comes with. Not too bad either. It's about $350. Do a little bit of outside here. AM auto, windows, front and rear, solar roof rack, also square aluminum tube, fabbed up. It goes into the factory bolt locations for roof. Factory rear windows, pretty standard high roof transit. Have your water fill here, propane fill down there. AM auto window, Jensen vent hood there. That vents your stove straight out. Otherwise pretty standard. This is the NA 2-wheel drive van. It does have an LSD, which makes a big difference. Try and get a shot. As you can see, the AC barely sticks up anymore than the solar panels. A little shot in the van here. As you can see, the grain match and everything like that. Really happy with how it turned out. Up top, I didn't mention, is 600 watts of solar. That keeps it pretty topped off, even if you're using the air conditioner. This air conditioner, at worst case scenario, I've only seen use about 32 amps. So very low power consumption for a 12-volt air conditioner. It's not the highest BTUs. You can definitely get higher BTU units, but I wanted to be power conserving. So might not freeze you in the summer, but it'll definitely bring the temp down in the van, and it's low profile and looks nice. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you feel like subscribing, please subscribe.